Football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Miami Dolphins. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's gone. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. He completes it to Bryant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. On first and 10, Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 13. Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. No gain on the play there, second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Throwing on second down, Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. You think back to the Super Bowl against New England, the Rams never even got into the red zone in that game. And now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a first down. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. 4 down. Here we go. 76. 76.
Back to throw. Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Michael Brockers in on the stop. Going to give this time to the tailback. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Check it back. Take 4, take 4.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Alert, alert. Slam, slam, slam. 58 yards.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 39.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Danny.
Here's Rosen to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony, with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
64,
From the 27, Rosen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. That one good for 33 and a first. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. The playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down.
Check 80. Check. Kill.
On 3rd and 1, Rosen. And this is Parker, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Hug. Check 13. Middle.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Sanders is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Mike 46, Mike 46. Check.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ziggy Ansah has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Mike 58, right there.
Goff now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White. Going to give this time to the tailback. And some nice running going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams 31.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Kill. Turn it. Alert.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Running, it's Drake. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Watch twitch. Hey, alert. Hey, Alpha. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
On 2nd down and 4, Rosen. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A run with Gurley there on 1st down. Going to get about 4 yards. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
2 for 1. Hey, Haywood. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
From the gun, here's Gone. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that 2nd level and 3rd, and that's what they were able to exploit.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And his throw is incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12.
Watch the pass.
Out of the gun. Gone. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Watch time, watch time.
Right back to him on 1st down. There to make the tackle, Samson Ebukam.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the 24, Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
3rd down and 9.
Tonight, 180. 46 a month. Alert. Check.
Rosen off the play action. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
A 31-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where
And my goodness, another interception. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right.
And now here is another interception. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On first down, gone. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on second down. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Ezekiel Ansah in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Third down. 3rd and 13.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Play action. It's Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now a play fake here on first down. He was looking for Josh Reynolds that time, but it's going to be second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
We got 4. We got 4.
Throwing again is gone. Now a desperation throw deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. To throw is Rosen. And he finds Stills, complete. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And he'll give it here to his running back. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Miami, the win will be number 11 for them on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the L.A. Chargers. Meanwhile, for L.A., their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. When I've been up, it's When up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When I've been up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. Change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, you ever overstayed it. Your thoughts are never everything you want till when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side, you on the Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak, I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh baby, my bets are off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Till the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot. You'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
So conventional football. Tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Great play. 380. 54 Mike. 6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Switch. Good job right there. Switch.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Drop deep. Watch out. Check. Fresno. Kill.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
James now to return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40.
I got this.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
They're running it. Take the edge. Go. I got you. 57, Mike.
On first down, here's Breida. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
11. White.
On the Seahawks, 38 yards line.
57, Mike, 57. Hey, gun. Get that ball.
On second and 11 now. Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Delta. Mike 57. All right. I got you. Let's go. Hey, let's get this. Hey, check Mike 57. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Well, the D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down.
What? Check. Watch 54. Don't let him breathe. Play that Johnny D. Don't let him breathe.
On first down, Carson. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down now, it's Carson, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. They've got a third down and a yard to start things out.
Mike 54. Switch. No pass. Go. Right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Mike spot 4. Mike.
Now Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. D Ford coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there and a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. Nice pickup for a first down.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run on first down. Carson. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners. Guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it second down. They run with Breida, and he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! 2, clock,
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now it's Lockett. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
What? 280! Right there, 54 Mike. Yeah. Check nickel. Watch the ship.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go, D. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 49 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows to 10-0. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it at the 15. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
It's a gain of 56 yards. First down, San Francisco.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Come on, fellas.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll toss it to Breida, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
21. Here we go. Motion out of the backfield. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. I got one. Mike's 57.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
21. 21. Don't get nervous. Hey, gun. 57, Mike 57. Hey, watch the screen.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Here we go.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. That's going to set him back 5 yards. That false start knocks him back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 12-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Gold with the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. On first down, Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. DeForest Buckner. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Hey, come on, now, come on, now. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now Wilson. He sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They run again with Breida. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Big stop, let's go! 21.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Garoppolo now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
21. Here we go. 2. Check, Mike. 2. Mike 57. Hey, orbit. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo completes it to Coleman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Five. Twist.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, first and 15.
Under 10. 13. Hey, exit. 11. 57. You ain't got nothing. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Hey, defense, let's go. Hey, check Mike 57. There we go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 61 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
51's Mike. 18. Hey, 0. Mike 51.
Wilson now throwing again. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. D Ford, his second sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
51. Alert.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He's got Lockett. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson operating from the gun. Flush to his right. Now this is caught at the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Will Dissly, 58 yards, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. The extra point now coming from Myers. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
I got this.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
All day, baby, all day.
8-yard pickup. First down, 49ers.
Here we go.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. 13. Check. Hey, gun.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
12, fellas, here we go. 1, Omaha.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Hey, Mike 51.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's second and inches at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Gain of 6. And that's good for our Seahawks. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
51 tonight. It's our time. Bang out, bam, bam. 51 tonight. 4 down.
Wilson to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And Myers winds up yanking it. This is no good. Wide to the left, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Kill.
Now it's Carson. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, alert. Go, Mike 51. Hey, alert. Hey, let's go. Guys, 4 down. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
First throw in overtime now for Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert.
Mike 51. Here we go. 51 to Mike. Trump. To Mike. One left. Strip that ball. 51, Mike. Mike 50. I'll go special.
Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now it's Breida, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Here we go. 180. 2 times. 1 Omaha. 57 to Mike. Out here all day. 22 jet bombers. 57 to Mike. 21. Yo.
What can Garoppolo do now with his drive? This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Here we go.
His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. Garoppolo, 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Breida. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Hey, gun. Let's get off the field.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
A loss of 3 yards brings up 4th down.
And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining. So a big kick coming for Robbie Gould. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. Oh, Gould missed it. It's no good. Wide to the left, off the mark, and that changes everything here in OT. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
That good for 22 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run it with Carson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hey, 4 down.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson, he'll find Metcalf. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards the pickup there. A lot of efficiency here on this drive. Heck, this may be their best drive of the game.
Yeah, if they'd moved it like this throughout the entire game, we probably wouldn't be here in overtime. But right now, what you just said was the key word, efficiency. Taking care of the ball, move it downfield, get themselves in a position to score, and win this game.
Kill. Turn up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.